Morning all. My opportunity this morning is to say a few words towards the end of this interesting event, this most successful event, and to take the chance to thank a few people. I'd like to thank the person who I thought was about to introduce me again, Director Brian, who along with past History Governor Maxine, who's over there somewhere, they've been looking after us on this visit and when we were in Coventry, etc. And I do sincerely thank them both. Brian's an outstanding representative of your people here on the board of directors of Rotary International, and I would like to publicly thank him. I'd also like to express the thanks of the Skoda dealers of the UK for the ongoing advertising that I frankly wonder whatever happened to that car. There was a rumour going around that it went, but it was replaced by another one. But there you go. But the sergeants and all those people that, whatever you call them here, you call them other things, but that have made sure that the event runs as efficiently as it has, which is great. I won't enter into the RIBI debate, although I know with interest that Dennis has just outed me, so to speak, which is entirely inappropriate, Dennis, but thank you. There goes your career, son. But one of the advantages that you have in RIBI is you can get the services of an excellent General Secretary, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know Amanda in recent times. She actually demonstrated when Julian and I visited Ulster your electronic voting system, because I've been keen to get that onto the board of directors, and the previous system that we were trialling was hopeless, frankly, and Amanda showed us this little keypad, and we've now investigated that, and I said, gosh, it might be expensive to bring all the way from Great Britain, and it turns out that it's manufactured about 100 miles from Evanston. So we've taken that on board and it works spectacularly well, but Amanda, you're a gem wherever you are. I'd like to, good heavens, there's no clock. Does that mean I can talk forever? I think the answer was no. Okay. I really do appreciate the work that you do in RIBI, and I've got there's a tendency, not from around here, to call it ribby. I'm told we can't do that. So RIBI, the emphasis you have on programs for youth, it's very impressive. You're absolutely a fantastic musician that was on yesterday. Technology, I know you look after chefs and Rotaract and so on. The only correction I would make, it's not a correction but it's an expansion, is that various people say that Rotaract and the Rotaractors are the future of Rotary. Can I suggest to you that in fact they are a very important part of the present of Rotary, and we have to make sure that we stay close to Rotaract, that what we do is involve them in all sorts of things, because you can't expect a Rotaractor when they reach 30 or thereabouts and are not approached by a Rotary club that's got to know them and they've got to know the club. You can't expect them then to stay close to our organisation. So it's up to us collectively to do just that, and I encourage you to do so. Reference was made yesterday to Rotary making a difference. An outstanding theme, if I say so myself. And I do. Princess Anne referred to it. The Chief Constable referred to it. Angela yesterday referred to it. All sorts of people referred to Rotary making a difference. It is an interesting experience to try and put together a Rotary International theme for a year. I know many of my predecessors agonised over their choice of theme for weeks and indeed months in some cases. In my case, I confess to you, it took me approximately 10 minutes, because as soon as I thought of Rotary making a difference, it occurred to me that is what we do. That's what, in all corners of the globe, and that's an oxymoron, we know globes don't have corners, in every part of the world, we make a difference every single day, including here in RIBI. And I think Rotary making a difference has indeed been well adopted and well recognised by the Rotary world. I'm grateful for it. And of course, our role of and our objective of Rotary making a difference, we need to also make sure that we make a difference that lasts, that's sustainable. It's not just something that makes us feel good today, but it's something that is ongoing for a period of time. Sustainability in our organisation, membership, a very important part of sustainability. You've been talked to and talked at membership for some little while. You know it's important. You know age and gender and membership numbers in RIBI are as important as they are in my country and in lots of the rest of the Rotary world. I'm not going to ramble on about it now, but understand that it is important. I mentioned the need for us to be not just flexible and accepting of change, but adopting change and seeking change as our organisation. Again, Dennis mentioned it the other day. I think it's really important. Our public image. We seek to place a lot of emphasis on public image. The RIBI Treasurer Niall mentioned yesterday how much of the dues that you pay go to enhance Rotary's public image. It's very important if we want people to be involved with our organisation, either join us, sponsor us, be involved with us, partner with us. They need to understand what we are. Sustainability in the service that we do as Rotarians. We're talking about areas of focus. Damn, someone's turned the clock on. Okay. There goes the theory. Okay, good. Sustainability in what we do in our service. Our areas of focus, to me, are very important. They do focus our greater work, our more substantial work, with the recognition that the work that the world knows us for best happens in every Rotary club. It's the work that you do for your local community involving members of your local community. There was a survey done years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, about what people knew about Rotary. And the answer was, sadly, not much. But what they did recognise, most of all, was Rotary Youth Exchange, because people have had children, nephews, nieces, who were involved in youth exchange and therefore knew of Rotary. We need to make sure we do as much as we can to inform the world of the great work that Rotary. And of course, the ultimate in a sustainable project is what we're doing on polio eradication. We've been at this for some little while. 1985, when it was taken on as a worldwide project. 1979, as you heard the other day, when the work in the Philippines was very successfully undertaken. Now, that was a long time ago, and here we are getting this close, this close, this close. Frankly, last week was a bad week. We had 2 new cases, one in Afghanistan and the first one for the year in Pakistan. It emphasises to us the need that we have to keep going, and we have to be determined to see this out, because as your polio speaker said, I think it was yesterday, the importance is we've made a commitment to the children of the world, we will see it out. And that is an example of the ultimate of sustainability in projects, and that's what we do in our organisation. And the other sustainability that Debbie mentioned yesterday that I'm keen on is sustainability for our environment. I've asked for the Rotary world to recognise this in the current year, and as I said the other day, I'm delighted with the way it's the response that I've had from the Rotary world, which is terrific. And there has been an emphasis this year also on peace and the way in which it interfaces with all of the other Rotary areas of focus, because peace is everywhere. And we, Rotarians, we are just about uniquely placed to make a difference on peace, because we're good people, we're in over 200 countries and geographical areas, and we believe in a peaceful world and peaceful relations between people. So it's a big opportunity, I would have thought. And there's a strong connection between all of those areas of focus. Some people say that our objectives to become more involved in the environment are, shall we say, too ambitious. And I've heard that a few times. Frankly, if we improve the environment and as a result there is better access to potable water, less disease, etc., how can that be not in the best interest of our organisation? I like Maori proverbs, New Zealand Maori proverbs. And District Governor Robert Morford, who's here, was kind enough to give me a book about, I hate to say it, about the All Blacks, who are not exactly my favourite team, but they're somewhere in there. I think they rank about 4th in the Riseley area. Anyway, featuring some sayings. And I had a quick glance last night, and I will read it in depth, Robert, thank you. And one of them included how important it was to be a good ancestor, to plant trees that you'll never see. And again, that's what Rotary does. We undertake programs and projects from which we will not benefit ourselves. That's service above self. And I really do like that, very much that concept. And it does remind me of my favourite and probably the best known of the Maori proverbs, where the question was asked, and I've scribbled it down to make sure I get the exact terminology right, what is the most important thing in the world? And the answer given in Maori was he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It's the people, it's the people, it's the people. Our work, all of the work that we do in every club, every day, is because of the people that benefit from Rotary's activity. And that's why we are Rotarians, and that's why we do what we do. I'd like to thank you for what you've been able to achieve, for the warm welcome that we've received, Juliet and I, this weekend. I would ask President Dennis to come out, if he'd be so kind. He is lurking. You should have heard the singing, by the way, backstage. Yes, you're right, it was appalling. There you go. Now, Dennis, Juliet and I have a little gift that we tend to, or we like to give, excuse me, to heads of state.
Oh. Promotion.
I haven't said you're getting one yet. So, and also, Dennis, I am giving one of these to each of the members of the Board of Directors, and given that you and I will not have the opportunity except at maybe at Toronto, this is a gift to thank you for what you do.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Ian. Thank you kindly. Very nice.
Don't drop it.
I'll try not.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for what you do and for making a difference.